Women's Football League here at the MOA Sky Field of Dreams for this highly anticipated matchup between the defending champions Kaya FC Iloilo and the newcomers on a mission, the Capital1 Solar Strikers. My name is Natasha Alquiros Dato and I'll be your commentator for this thrilling matchup between these two teams that in the first round of the league, Kaya FC took the win 3-0 against the newcomers. But this time around, anything can happen. The stage is set for these two teams to go against each other for the final time. And it's really going to put big implications on the league standings. When you take a look at it, Kaya are at second spot, 7 games played, 6 wins, 1 loss, 18 points. Capital1 Solar Strikers have played 8 games, 6 wins, 2 losses, and you see it there again, 18 points. So this game is a make or break for both teams for their title run to be able to win the crown of the PFF Women's League 2025. Kaya FC back in full force with the national team players returning to the squad with the likes of Hailey Long, Ina Palacios, and Kiara Fontanilla. So let's take a look at the starting 11 of Kaya FC. They shape up in a 4-3-3 formation. Ina Palacios between the sticks. The back line consisting of Cuenco, Long, Balacqua, and Fontamillas. Midfielders of Cadag, Humphreys, and Castañeda. On the left, Altiche. On the right, Tolentine. And up on top, their striker on fire, Julissa Cisneros. Now let's take a look at the Capital1 Solar Strikers and how they're going to shape up in this matchup. Lauria on the sticks for the side of Coach Let Dimson. The back line consisting of Autumn, Young, Lamti, and De La Peña. Holding midfielders in Tulabing and Lustan. The attacking midfielders, left is Arevalo, on the right is Layakan, and their 2 attacking players, Del Moral and Teves. The first time, as we said, these two teams went against each other. Kaya took the victory 3-0, but that was also the first match ever of Capital1 Solar Strikers. This time around, they've had more momentum, more games under their belt, and they're going to be trying to opt for a different result. Both teams, as we said, still in the running for the crown. 18 points apiece. A draw will not be enough for Capital1 as Kaya have a better goal difference. And that would only leave them with a 3-way tie with Stallion. And Stallion still have a game to play also later against Makati Football Club. So everything to gain from this matchup, everything to lose. That's how important this game is. And these are definitely the games that you live for. These high pressure moments where these two teams, can they keep up with the pressure and perform on the pitch? Kaya FC under coach Yu Hoshide, who took the reins for the side of Kaya, and for Capital1, coach Let Dimson, who is no stranger to Kaya FC as she used to be their former coach. And kick-off is on. Kaya FC Iloilo from left to right in their yellow, white kits, and Capital1 from right to left in their all blue kits. Start of the game now with Tolentine on that right. A slip from the defense and a collision between 2 players. Both players slow to get back up. But it's one of the Kaya attacking players that took the heavier hit of them. seems to be Altiche, who's slow to get back on her feet, who just collided with Emma Young. And it's going to be an early set piece opportunity for the side of Kaya FC Iloilo. Player on the ball now, you have Tolentin and Altiche. And 7 players running just outside the box. Tolentin with the delivery. It hit a defender, and it's going to be the first corner of this matchup. You know, Kaya FC Iloilo, so good when it comes to set pieces, especially from corners. Have scored a couple of goals, especially with the likes of Haley Long. Inside the box. Cuenco with the delivery inside the box. A header. Just a few inches off target. But Kaya FC starting this game on the attacking end. Trying to shake off those jitters. Lamptey on the ball. They play it short. Good high press from Kaya FC. Win back possession. Fontamillas. Heavy touch from Castañeda to find Del Moral now and Teves. Try to find the run off Arevalo, but it goes all the way back to Cuenco. If for Kaya FC, you have the likes of Tolentin and Cisneros. For the side of Capital 1, you also have Judy Arevalo, who's been on fire lately. Having that good momentum, she's currently now the second top scorer of the league, 10 goals to her name. Just behind Julissa Cisneros, who has 12 goals already. And you can see Kaya FC opting for that high press, putting the pressure on Capital 1, and able to win back possession, Kadag. But good work from Dulabing. That's also a player who was not available the first time these two teams met. Great ball from Julissa Cisneros to find Altiche outside the box. Kadag takes a shot, and it's going to be the first save of Elauria. But quick work from Kaya FC to win back possession and translate to a shot. Dangerous. Layakan now inside the box. Tries to connect with the player. Ball still in play. Judy Arevalo tries to beat her defender, but Ina Palacios able to collect this time around. That was dangerous from Kaya FC. And Capital 1 just couldn't convert into a chance, but that was good pressure being put on by Capital 1 as well. Ball now with Fontamillas. Still with Fontamillas. Young sends that all the way up. And Haley Long just ushers that to the path of Ina Palacios. Fontamillas looking for a teammate. Finds Kadag. Tulabing not giving her any space to be able to turn. And as I said, she's a player that wasn't available the first time these two teams met, as she was recovering from injury. But Sara Gentolabing, since coming on the pitch for Capital1 Solar Strikers, really has played an important mark, especially defensively for that side. Young with the delivery inside the box, sails over. Too much pace and power. And a closer look now at Ina Palacios, captain of Kaya FC Iloilo for this matchup. One of the veteran players, a standout from the DLSU program. Veteran as well for the national team. 52 caps to her name. Ina Palacios, of course, who also just recovered from injury, but now has the clearance. Good turn from Tolentine, but two players on her. And De La Peña just sends that one out. Throw in. Ball still in play. Autumn. And look at Judy Arevalo putting on that pressure to her former teammate Tolentine in FEU. Just a heavy touch from Arevalo. And it's going to be a throw in back for Kaya FC. Capital1 had a good performance defensively, especially against Stallion Laguna when they met again in that second round. Took home that important win against them to keep their title race alive. Arevalo heading that one, but only as so far as Castañeda. Long. Back to Fontamillas. Again, another heavy touch. And Layakan. Bringing the ball up and looking for teammates. Sustanto De La Peña sends that one in. But well timed by the skipper, Ina Palacios. Long to Fontamillas and Kadag. Tulabing does well to win it. Ball still in a dangerous area. Physicality heating up and Layakan not giving up, but gives away the foul. Sara Gentolabing really putting on that pressure on Kadag. Not giving her space to be able to turn, but not this time around. Again, Kadag only able to send that one back. Now with Tolentine. Looking for a run of a teammate. Altiche. Made that run, but Elauria had that covered. Sends that one long, but Haley Long to Humphreys. Cut out by Tulabing. Autumn to Teves. But back now on with Kaya. Has been a game of quick transitions. No one really being able to control that midfield. Touches a bit heavy for both sides. So it's been back and forth action for both Kaya FC and Capital1. Good work. A shot hits the crossbar and now in the arms of Eloria. And what worked from Cisneros, that was such high work rate defensively to win back possession. She had a small opening and took her chances. And that was the pressure they put onto Labing. And look at that. It didn't hit the crossbar. Eloria took a crucial touch to keep her side still 0-0. Great goalkeeping from Eloria. Her touch, ball hits a crossbar, then she was able to collect. Capital One gaining some momentum. Shot from distance, but only reached Cuenco. 1-2 passing down the right-hand side. High press being put on. Good work from Arevalo to put the pressure and keep the ball in the defensive third of Kaya. Game definitely heating up. We've seen back-to-back action. Cisneros with the best chance so far of the game. That's definitely gonna be a foul on Cisneros. Arevalo slow to get back up. Could have gotten a hit at the face, but shakes that off. As we said, Judy Arevalo, another player to watch out for. It's a scramble just outside the box. One Capital One player brought down. Physicality of this match really heating up. And that's definitely what happens when so much is on the line. Both these teams, as I said, still in the running for the crown. Both tied at second spot with 18 points apiece. So a win for either side could help them in their race and to strengthen their position at the top of the table. Young sends up to the side of Layacan. A cushioned touch, but defensive work on point from Fontamillas. Long looking for an option. The Labing. Looking for a teammate and finds De La Peña. And it's going to be a throw-in for Kaya FC. Kaya FC, they are the defending league champions. And they're gunning to win this back-to-back. Kadag, a through ball. But defensive players able to pass that one back to Eloria, who sends that one forward. Layacan to Teves. A high 1-2, but Layacan able to control. She has been covered though. Fontamillas doing really well to cover Layacan for the first 15 minutes of this matchup. Capital One, on the other hand, are the newcomers. This is their debut season. And the underdogs of this tournament. But leading the charge for them is no stranger to Philippine women's football head coach Let Dimson. Who just last year was the head coach for Kaya FC. So that just, those little tidbits, of course, just makes this game that much more spicy. Cuenco to Cisneros, doubled up to Labing, gets it and gives it to Lamti. Layakan, back to De La Peña. Balacqua, a miss there. And Cuenco had to clear that one out. Haley Long to Castañeda. Good pressure from Sarajen. Cuenco to Cisneros. Ball cleared out for a throw-in in favor of Kaya FC. Capital1 Solar Strikers. A good tidbit about them is that they are a women-led team, from their owners to the team manager as well as to the head coach. So it's very inspiring, especially for young girls out there, to dream big. That even beyond your playing years as well, that there is a future in women's football, in the different aspects of the game, to take up more space and to take leadership roles. Kaya FC, on the other hand, a lot of championship experience under their belt. They're also the first club team to represent the Philippines in the AFC Champions League. So they do bring with them that depth of experience, being able to play internationally, as well as having a lot of national team players playing for their side as well. Those two particular, Haley Long and Ina Palacios. Paddock's pass cut out by Lamti. Elena Lamti, a foreign player for Capital One from Ghana, played for Manila Digger last season, and now playing her trade with Capital One. Lustan, but doubled up. Castañeda to Long, sends it to Fontamillas, back to Castañeda. Quick 1-2 passing there, and Kadag looking for an option. Castañeda again, able to receive, but just wasn't on the same page there with Altiche. Defensively, both teams doing well to keep each other at bay. It was Kaya FC so far with the more dangerous chance. But Eloria goalkeeping has been spot on. She had a big fingertip save to keep this game 0-0. Autumn to Del Moral. Still inside the box. Arevalo. Ina Palacios tried to fully put that in her hands, but does the job. Ball sails out, but it's a corner for Capital One. First corner for Capital One. And a chance for them to capitalize on a set piece opportunity. They also have tall players with the likes of Del Moral, Emma Young. And they have scored a couple of goals from corner kick plays. Let's see if they can do it again. The veteran Hazel Lustan to take the corner. Delivery inside the box, headed out by Haley Long. Still in a dangerous area. Lustan, two players on it. Great defensive work from Tolentin. From Balacqua rather. Cross inside the box. Del Moral not facing goal. Lustan takes that one. It's a good sequence for Capital One to gain a bit of momentum on the attacking third. And to really test out Ina Palacios. Fontamillas to Altiche. Haley Long looking for a teammate. High press from Capital One. Teves goes down but no foul called. Kadag. And just a foul on her by Lustan. Lustan and Kadag also no strangers to one another. Both played for USC once upon a time. Altiche. Poor clearance from Young falls to Tolentin. Two players on her. Great defensive work from Autumn. And they find Cuenco. Cuenco. Delivery right behind that defensive line. But Eloria quick to collect. Arevalo to Tulabing. Back to Arevalo. That was a great run from Layakan. Just not enough space, and Palacios put herself in a good position. Back-to-back action between Kaya FC Iloilo and Capital One. Kadag now down that right. Looking for a teammate. Pressure put on by Cisneros. But Eloria able to get there first. She's looking for a teammate. Sends that one long instead. Good work from Fontamillas to win that one back. Now with Kadag. Del Moral to Arevalo. Miscontrol. And Kaya able to win possession back. Arevalo and Autumn. It's a foot race, but a touch too heavy from Arevalo. It's also been a heated matchup between Tolentin and Arevalo. And to think just last season, these two players were teammates in FEU. Part of that team that had that three-peat in the UAP. Cuenco. Sends it to the path of Cisneros. Lamptey opts to send that one out. She had Cisneros breathing down her neck, and Tolentine to the right sends that one out and allows the defense of Capital One to recover and put themselves in a good position defensively. Haley Long, known for those long throw-ins, sends that one inside the box, headed out of danger to the path of Arevalo. Balacqua to Kadag, able to turn, but Lamptey was there. Sends it to the path of Arevalo. Arevalo with time and space to Teves. Just at the edge of the box, they take a shot, deflected. Now with Del Moral. Send that one again inside the box, but this time collected by Ina Palacios. Great work defensively from Kaya. Not letting the players turn. Humphreys. Not enough pace to that to reach Tolentine. And physicality of Tulabing just being too much, and a foul called in favor of Kaya. Said Kaya FC now back in full force. Players back from national team duties. But they're facing a Capital One Solar Striker squad that are in good momentum, who have found their groove on the attack, and they've been progressing since their very first match. Talked to Coach Led earlier, and she said defensively the most important is to focus on the individual task, which means winning those 1v1 battles. To the side of Altice. Back to Fontamillas. She swings it all the way to Cuenco. Cuenco to lead the attack. In the attacking third, finds Castañeda to Altice. Altice able to get across inside. A referee blows his whistle. That was a good sequence in attack for Kaya FC. Tolentine keeps it in the attacking third. Tolentine receives the ball again, takes a shot. Not enough power or pace to that. Tolentine, one of the players that will definitely be guarded in this matchup. The first time these two teams went against each other, she broke the ice and scored that opening goal against Capital One. Two other goal scorers in that first matchup between Capital One and Kaya FC were Haley Long and Shai Del Campo. Layakan leading the attack, but just too many Kaya defenders on her. Humphreys to Balacqua, and they swing it to Cuenco, to Tolentine. Humphreys back to Long. They inch a few steps forward, but Layakan putting on the pressure, winning back possession. But good work from Balacqua to have Long covered. Send it one to Castañeda. Great work, but Young just playing that sweeper role. But a throw in now for Kaya FC. Again, if you are just joining us, this is the PFF Women's Football League here at the Moa Sky Field of Dreams. It's a second round matchup between Kaya FC Iloilo and Capital1 Solar Strikers. Both these teams are currently tied with 18 points each at second spot. So a win today could catapult them to first spot. Altice headed away now by Del Moral. Pressure is on. Kaya able to retain possession for the side of Capital One. This is their make or break match. Back to Cuenco. Ball is out and it's going to be a throw in again for Kaya FC. They send that one back to Castañeda. Now with Cuenco connecting. Del Moral playing that deeper role. Good pressure now with Arevalo. She takes the shot, but directly in the hands of Ina Palacios. But that was good work from Capital One. They put on that high press while Kaya FC had their backs turned. Tolentine, but doubled up by Arevalo and Autumn. She swings it to the other way and it falls perfectly to the path of Cisneros, but she just couldn't get a touch to it. And Eloria will collect the back. Eloria with that volley to Arevalo. Foot race is on. Balacqua gets there first. Ina tried to play that one short right away, but just too much on that pass, and it's going to be a throw in for Capital One. Kaya giving away possession. Throw in to Teves. Teves able to turn. Connects with Del Moral. Touch too heavy and Long clears that one out of the way, but only so far as Emma Young sends that one back. Not a very sharp pass, but Young to Teves. She tried to swing it to the path of Layakan, but Fontamillas had that one covered. Balacqua back to Haley Long. Great vision from Long to find Altice. And Young has been great at center back for the side of Capital One. A quick 1-2 there. Overcooked. So they send that one back. Cuenco with time and space looking for a teammate. Look at that work from the defense of Capital One. Great work again to cut out the attack. Capital One playing very compact in the back. Autumn. Couldn't connect with Arevalo. Very even matchup so far between Kaya FC and Capital One. Defensively, both teams have been on point. Both teams with a couple of chances, but no goals yet to show for. If this game does end in a draw, both teams will have 19 points each. And it's going to be a three-way tie between Kaya, Stallion, and Capital One. Stallion, of course, with a game later today after this matchup against Makati Football Club. Kaya not out of the woods yet. It's a throw in for Capital One in the attacking third. De La Peña to Del Moral. Back to De La Peña. But the pressure of Kaya too much for her. Ball sails out. Going to be a corner kick for the side of Capital One. Set piece opportunity for the newcomers of the league. Can they make the most of this and to put themselves in a better position right before halftime? Lustan sends that one inside the box. Haley Long again, just towering over everyone, getting her head to it. Cuenco to Balacqua, back to Cuenco. Kaya just slowing the pace a little bit. Altiche to Fontamillas. They're having a hard time connecting with the players in the attacking third. But able to win it back. Cadag to Castañeda to Cisneros, playing that deeper role. And Tolentino couldn't get there. Haley Long again. Cisneros and Cadag. Elordia to Arevalo. Capital One sends that one quickly. Cuenco passes it back to Palacios. Palacios looking for a teammate. And Fontamillas just couldn't get there. Couple of unforced errors here for the side of Kaya FC, giving up possession in an area where Capital One can capitalize. Ball is bouncing inside. Palacios gets to it first. Wins the foul as well. Now with Cuenco. With Tolentine down the right-hand side. Again, pass over Cook. You can see that the vision is there. And Coach Dave Basa just giving instructions on to Cuenco. See Coach Let giving out instructions as well to her side of Capital One. Coach Let, of course, one of the most decorated coaches in Philippine football, former national team player. And you see two players who went down. And when it's a head-to-head collision, you'd expect the referee to blow the whistle. Referee for this matchup, Meleton Pelayo. Tolentine to deliver for Kaya FC, sends that one to the edge of the box, connects with Long, but a foul is called on Emma Young. Just a tug there from Layakan to Altiche. She could be just getting a warning. But you could expect that next one could be a yellow. Another chance for Kaya FC to capitalize. This time, it's Kadag to deliver from the left-hand side. A cross inside, headed away by Teves. Kaya wins that one back. Long-range effort. But nothing that will trouble Eloria. Young to Autumn. She has Tolentine putting on the pressure on her. Coach Let asking for the card, none given. And it's only a foul. And Young plays that one short. Tutulabing. Couldn't connect with anyone. There were two players pressing her in Castañeda and Tolentine. Castañeda, but Lamptey with that crucial touch. Del Moral. Capital1 Solar Strikers. No goals so far, but a lot of action. Teves brought down. From the back, Balacqua looking for a teammate and finds Cuenco. Good turn from Cuenco to beat Arevalo, but Arevalo still there. Tolentine now takes on Autumn on the 1v1. And the effort being put down that right-hand side from Cuenco and Tolentine to take on, be confident enough to win that 1v1 battles. Help them win a corner late in this first half. And this is a great chance for Kaya FC to put themselves with the advantage right before halftime. The crosses have been clicking and they've been seeing the runs of Haley Long inside. But can they be clinical? Cuenco with the delivery. Eloria able to collect after the ball just ricocheted between Haley Long and Emma Young. The two towering defenders just getting the best of each other. Long. Foul in favor of Capital 1. As De La Peña went down. But if you take into consideration the first round when these two teams went against each other at the half, Kaya were already up in the first round. So there's a lot of improvement for the side of Capital 1. Still very much in this matchup. De La Peña to Del Moral. Able to control, beats her man, beats Long, finds Layakan. But Long now sends that one out of danger. And there you have it, the halftime whistle. 0-0 between Kaya FC Iloilo and Capital 1 Solar Strikers. No goal so far in the first half, but it's been a tight, action-packed first half. Both teams had each other covered. And it's a build-up to an even more exciting second half coming your way. But before that, let's take a look at the highlights and stats of the first half. We saw in the first 15 minutes, look at that fingertip save from Eloria. The touch, hitting the crossbar before being able to collect. As one of the best chances of this matchup. Physicality heating up there between Young and Tolentine as well. Down that left-hand side. And a couple of players being put down. Eloria on her game. It's one of the best chances of Capital 1. Arevalo had a shot on goal, but just not enough power to it. This was the cross inside, hitting Humphreys. And Capital 1 right after that with the attack as well. But defensively, both teams have stood their ground. 7 shots so far for Kaya FC. 3 were on target. For Capital 1, they had 5 shots and 3 on target as well. 1 corner for Kaya and 2 for Capital 1. So it's been a very close, action-packed first half between these both teams. Let's see what the adjustments will be for the second half. Do stick around, and of course after this game it's going to be Stallion Laguna FC up against Makati Football Club at 7:45 p.m. My name is Natasha Alquiros Dato. I'm your commentator for this matchup, and we'll see you in just a bit for second half action.
About Filipinas Live, I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
About Filipinas Live, I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Filipinas Live, I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
About Filipinas Live, I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
PFF Women's Football League 2025 matchup between Kaya FC Iloilo and Capital1 Solar Strikers. At the half, it's still 0-0 between these two squads. My name is Natasha Alquiros Dato. I'm your commentator for this matchup. Again, we're inviting everyone to come on out to the MOA Sky Field of Dreams. Great atmosphere here for women's football. And you see Haley Long, who just got her 90th cap for the women's national team, giving out instructions for her side, the defending champions of the league. So far, 0-0 against the newcomers of the league in their debut season, the Capital1 Solar Strikers. We hope that everyone can continue to support women's football. It's very easy to get here. All you have to do, if you have a car, is park in SM Hypermarket North Building. You can get tickets at the Ticket Max or here at the venue, $250 per ticket. And at the stadium, you could actually get some freebies as well. Today, we're giving out Sunplay Sunblock. So you already get some football action and you get to come home with some goodies as Sunblock. A few game days ago, they were giving out free chat time. And in the next game day, we're going to be giving out tender juicy hot dog. So a lot of freebies with action-packed football. Capital1 slow to come out from the dugout. And Kaya FC on your screen, just locking it in. The first time these two sides went against each other, it was 3-0 in favor of Kaya FC. But this time around, Capital1 have been gaining momentum, especially in their last few game days, especially with the likes of Judy Arevalo leading the attack for the side of Capital1. She's in the running for top scorer, just behind Julissa Cisneros, who currently has 12 goals. Second to her is Judy Arevalo with 10 goals. Of course, this matchup is very important to both squads as it will strengthen their case in the title run. Both teams currently at second and third with 18 points apiece. So if it ends in a draw, they will both get from 18 to 19 points and it's going to be a three-way tie with Stallion Laguna. If Kaya or Capital1 get the win, they put themselves at number 1 in the league standings. Kaya under head coach Yu Hoshide, who is also the head coach of the men's the Kaya men's football team, who were just crowned the PFF champs. Can he do the same with the women's squad? Or will Coach Let Dimson have that fairy tale start in this debut season for Capital One? Layakan down the line, connects with a teammate, players inside the box, still anyone's ball, but this time around Tolentine able to clear that one out of danger. Great way to start second half. Quick action from Layakan and the side of Capital One. But there seems to be a player down inside the box. Davis is slow to get back up. But what quick work from Capital One to start strong at that second half. That was a tangle up between Laika Teves. Between Teves and Cuenco, rather. It was just a collision between Cuenco and Teves. A hit hand of Tolabing. But there was no call either way. And play on, says the referee. Second half action this time around. Capital One playing from left to right. And they're all blue kits. And Kaya FC Iloilo playing from right to left. Ball is out. And it's a throw in now. Autumn tries to connect with a teammate. Castañeda. Kadag. But De La Peña quickly sends that one out of danger. And on the half, Teves. But swarmed with 3 Kaya players on her. Kadag connects with Castañeda. Gives the through. But just doesn't connect with the runs of either Altiche or Cisneros. Eloria in the first half made a crucial fingertip save that kept her team 0-0, and Layakan goes down. Ball hitting her directly in the face. While the pressure of Fontamillas right behind her, she's slow to get back up. And suffered a nosebleed. A little bit of bleeding, had to go out. But now back on the pitch. Ball now with Castañeda, Cisneros, Young. But Cisneros able. Now with Castañeda. And offside, says the referee. But quick work from Kaya FC. Cisneros, though she had her back turned, was able to find that pass to Altiche. And Altiche giving that cross to Castañeda. But she was just caught offside. And we've seen back-to-back action for both Capital One and Kaya FC. Capital One playing it short and quick, but the pass is cut out. Teves tries to go behind long, looks for a teammate, sends that one all the way back to Ina Palacios. Teves putting the pressure on her, but able to find Fontamillas to Castañeda. That through ball, Altice continues her run. And Young does well. And the ball will be a goal kick for the side of Capital One. But Kaya FC putting on the pressure. Kaya FC, of course, a team that were able to retain a lot of their players from last season, but have done well to strengthen their squad, especially by adding FEU players, standout FEU players. Cuenco, back to Palacios. But good high press from Capital One. And that's really how tight this matchup has been. The press on both teams has been high-paced. And it's been quick turnovers in succession for either squad. No one really able to hold possession. Lamti, Tutulabing. Good work by Castañeda to Altice. But read well by the defense of Capital One. Layakan not happy with the call, and the throw in falls back for Kaya FC. Long looking for a teammate. Tries to find the run of Altice. Runs out of space. And it's going to be a goal kick. And look at that crowd piling out just outside the Moa Sky pitch. Definitely a fantastic venue for the Women's Football League. And I say fantastic venue, most especially for the quality of the turf. It's a newly opened pitch, connected to the mall. So again, we're inviting everyone to come on out. Lustan, Tulayakan, to Teves. Long range effort, but not really gonna bother Ina Palacios. So as we said, this is a great venue for the PFF Women's League 2025. Easy to park, shopping right beside. There's a food court. We're also giving away freebies at the venue, and it's a great way to come out and support women's football. Chance now in transition, Tolentine! But Emma Young gets there first. But for the effort of Tolentine wins her team a corner. And look at that foot race between Tolentine and Young. Well-timed sliding tackle from Emma Young. You have to get that 100% correct, because either way, that could have been a penalty, but she got that one spot on. She's been doing fantastic as the center back for Capital1 Solar Strikers, and that's why she's wearing that captain's armband for them today. Cuenco for the delivery. Sends it inside the box. Headed away by Teves, but still in a dangerous area. Lamti. But Long gets to it. Teves. And now a chance for a quick transition and a counter-attack. Arevalo on the ball. Finds Lustan. but just couldn't connect with Layakan. Quick in transition, but not sharp enough. Tolentine, back to Cuenco. Tolentine again. To Kadag. Pass falls short to Lustan and Teves. Just too much on that pass. Kaya slowly getting to the ball. If this game does end in a draw, as we said, both teams will have 19 points each, and they'll be in a three-way tie with Stallion Laguna. Stallion Laguna have a game later, and Kaya still have 2 more matches to be played after this. For the side of Capital One, they only have 1 more match remaining. Cut out pass from Layakan, but Castañeda able to cut it out and find Altiche. Altiche brings that ball into the central area, connects with Tolentine. Tolentine back to Humphreys. They send that one all the way back, trying to lure out the Capital One players. Patient work, and they send that one inside. A header from Emma Young, and now in the hands of Eloria. Eloria, the UAP season 87 best goalkeeper. She has been one of the standout players for the side of Capital One. Good win out from Cuenco that was well timed. Finds Cisneros. She has some space. Takes a shot. But couldn't keep it on target or in frame. Restart at the back for the side of Capital One. And Coach Led not happy. They know Cisneros is a player that has that range, who can take shots from distance. Definitely crucial to close down a player like her. Not give her that space to turn, and not give her that space to take a shot. It's going to be a throw-in for Kaya FC. Capital One opted to play that one short. There was that high press from Kaya FC, and they do well to win the throw-in. But easily gives it away. That has been the story of the game. Both teams haven't been that sharp with their passes or their chances. And that's also what happens when a lot is on the line. There's that much more pressure in this matchup than in any of the matches that either of this team had in this league. As we said, a lot to gain, a lot to lose in this matchup between Capital One and Kaya FC. Cisneros continues her run, but Lamptey recovers from that mispass and sends that one out. Fontamillas to Long. Wins herself some space. Sends it into the direction of Altiche to Cisneros. A touch heavy. But Kaya able to make do. all the way back. But Long wants to continue the attack. And an earlier call for offside. Kaya FC. When the pressure is being put, they send that one to the back and they try to rotate. And just a tangle up between Altiche and Lustan. Young to Arevalo. To Del Moral. Picked out, but now with Teves, they go for that quick 1-2 to find Del Moral. Too much pace on the pass. And a throw-in for Kaya FC. Physicality between Lamptey and Cisneros. Lamptey just had her hands all over Cisneros. Cuenco to Kadag. But cut out by the defenders. Layakan now. Tolentine does well defensively. Tolentine has been working and taking up a lot of ground, whether on the attack or defensively as well, to help win back possession for her squad. Ball sails out and now it's a throw-in for Capital One. Autumn to Del Moral. It's down the line and it trickles out. Cuenco to Castañeda. All the way back to the center back, Haley Long. To the run of Fontamillas, Arevalo. But Fontamillas, two players on her. Capital One win the throw-in. Substitutions could be coming our way soon. It's still a deadlock between Kaya FC and Capital One. Both the teams will want to inject their teams with those fresh legs and to change the pace and change the outcome for either squad. We both know that a win today is crucial if they want to win and be crowned champions of the league. Layakan to Tulabing. To Arevalo. To Teves. Just too heavy on the touch. Off that pass. And a restart at the back for Ina Palacios, who only just got back the start for her squad in their last game against UP. She's coming off an injury but is now back 100% for her club. Coach Let barking out instructions to her team, saying that they dropped down too quickly. So they're allowing Kaya that space to take up more space in the midfield. So Layakan's day is done. in her place is Lenlen Cristobal. Another standout player for Capital One who played with FEU. Layakan was doing well on that left-hand side, but she just couldn't beat Cuenco.
Out is number 6, Christine Del Peña. Substitution for Kaya FC. In is number 22, Joyce Onrubia. Out is number 8, Julia Humphreys.
So a lot of substitutions, double substitution for the side of Capital One and a single substitution for Kaya FC. Onrubia starting the attack. Do stay tuned because after this matchup, we do have another game. So it's a doubleheader Saturday. Later on, it's going to be Stallion Laguna FC up against Makati Football Club. Just a confirmation of the substitution. Layakan and De La Peña's day is done. And in their places for the side of Capital One is Lenlen Cristobal and Raya Tolentino. For the side of Kaya FC, Humphreys' day is done, and in her place is Joyce Onrubia. It was a pretty quiet night for Humphreys as well. And to think that she had 4 assists and 4 goals to her name, but she hasn't really been able to do much in this matchup against Capital One. So there's been a switch up, and now Joyce Onrubia gets the minutes. To Stan, to Arevalo, to Teves. That's gonna be a foul in favor of Capital One. Just pressure on the back of Teves by Fontamillas. And a set-piece opportunity in a dangerous area in the attacking third for the side of Capital One. Capital One have made 1 defensive change and 1 attacking change as well. While for Kaya, they've made 1 change in the middle of the park. Let's see whose substitutions will pay off first. You could see a little bit of giggles from both former teammates, Altiche and Cristobal. Cristobal with the delivery. Sends that one inside the box. Haley Long was facing her goal, but Ina Palacios was alert and able to collect. That was the delivery from Cristobal. Haley Long was running towards the inside of the goal. Facing her goal rather. The ball touches her into the direction of the goal, but Ina Palacios had that one covered. Balakwa trying to find one of those passes that could break the lines and finds Tolentin, but taken away quickly. Now that was a foul. Quick foul from Tolentin to Arevalo. Arevalo, girl with 3 assists and 10 goals to her name. They bring her down. She is one of the dangerous women for the side of Capital One. There's a poor delivery and a chance now on Rubio. to the hands of Eloria. That was poorly taken by Emma Young. It quickly fell with Kaya FC. There's a chance from distance by Joyce Onrubia. Now, chance for a quick counter. Cristobal cut out by Fontamillas. Cristobal still putting the ball in a dangerous area. Tolentine sends that one back. The pressure is on Cuenco and Del Moral. Cisneros. But back with Kaya FC. Castañeda in the middle of the park looking for Onrubia. She's been lively since she's been injected in this matchup. Altice gets across inside. Onrubia from distance. Couldn't take a shot. Swarmed with Capital 1 FC defenders on her. Cristobal tries to start the quick transition. But too much pace on the pass and falls for Ina Palacios. The volley collected now with Fontamillas. She has time and space. Back to Haley Long. That was poor from Castañeda. Del Moral takes a shot off target. But it's crucial that both Kaya and Capital One don't give the ball away that easily. That can quickly turn into a chance for the opposing team. Cuenco. Down to Cisneros to find Tolentine. Cleared out of distance. But Kaya wins the ball back. Tolentine couldn't connect with Cisneros and Lustan to start the counter for Capital One. Tolentino rather. A poor pass and it falls to Fontamillas. And they start from the back for Kaya FC. Cuenco has time and space. No one really approaching her as she lurks into the attacking third. Cross inside the box. Onrubia. Still in a dangerous area, but Lamptey takes care of it. No call, says the referee, but this time around, the foul is called. There was that earlier challenge between Teves and Long, but there was a no call. So a chance now for Kaya FC from distance. Sending the players like Haley Long, Cuenco, and Fontamillas inside the box. Headed to keep it in play. Young gets to it. Still in the attacking third. Fontamillas. Still inside. A header. The best chance that we've seen so far. Tolentine just lurking behind. Gets the header. But just couldn't keep it down or in frame. Good sequence of events for the side of Kaya FC. Now to continue their attack again, Tolentine at the edge of the box. But Autumn does well to keep her at bay, but gives a corner. And it looks like there's going to be another substitution coming our way, but will they let the corner take place first?
Substitution for Capital1 Solar Strikers. In is number 15, Regine Rebosura. Out is number 12, Angelica Tevez.
Regine Rebosura.
Substitution for Kaya FC. In is number 18, Megan Alforque. Out is number 88, Carmela Altiche.
Across inside, players in! A header from Cisneros, but that one sails out. So Rebosura gets the start. Teves' day is done, and in her place will be Regine Rebosura. In their last matchup against UST, she did score a hat-trick coming off the bench. So let's see if she can replicate that success. And for the side of Kaya FC, Altiche's day is done, and in her place is Megan Alforque. Alforque, also a player who has helped Kaya win some big games coming off the bench. So both the substitutions again for Kaya and Capital One, with players who are good coming off the bench. But let's see who can get into the game and get into the mix quicker to help change the fate of either squad. Lustan. And Rubia with just a lot of hands on her, so it's a foul in favor of Capital One. 77 minutes of football has been played. Still 0-0. Cristobal gets brought down with that challenge from Fontamillas. And as the rain begins to pour here at the Moa Sky Field of Dreams, let's see if the change of weather can change the pace of this match. Lustan to take for Capital One. Lustan with the delivery inside the box. A punch out from Palacios. And wins the foul as well. Well timed from Palacios to punch the ball out of danger. Long to Balacqua. To Cuenco. The through ball now with Tolentine and Young. They send that one back to Eloria. The press is on. Tolentine finds Cisneros, but Lustan, crucial interception. A touch too heavy from Eloria. But the Capital One players had her back. And now it's going to be a corner for Kaya FC. Look at that, a touch too heavy. And just a tangle between Eloria and Tolentine. Eloria is slow to get back up. And a corner now for Kaya FC. Can they take advantage of the errors in the back from Capital One? Both teams haven't been that sharp when it comes to the chances that they're able to create. But as the time trickles down, the game's starting to be a bit more open. Eloria gets back on her feet. Corner opportunity for the side of Kaya FC. Cuenco, designated corner kick taker for the right side. Sends the ball inside the box. Punched out by Eloy. Again, a second cross inside the box. Headed in the direction of the attack, but nowhere near the goal or that 6-yard box from Alforque. And a chance now for a breather for the side of Capital1 Solar Strikers. Again, this game, a lot of implications to how the standings will shape out. It's a big matchup for these two squads. Alforque, now with Onrubia. Argentino. Quick 1-2s, but this time around, Cadag collects. To change possession, now with Kaya FC. Fontamillas down that left-hand side to the substitute Alforque, 1v1. Good work and physicality heating up with the two fresh legs on the pitch between. Del Moral to Tulabing, but touch too heavy. Down the right, Tolentin. She keeps it in play. Sends that one just at the edge of the box. But then clearance from Tolentino. Ball still with a chance, but this time Elordia quick to get back on her feet and catches that with both hands. The best chance that we're seeing from Kaya FC, knocking on the doors of Capital1. But great defensive work from the touch of Cisneros. It was going inside the goal, but Tolentino was there. Onrubia gives herself some space, finds Alforque on the left. It's a 1v1. Onrubia looking for a teammate, finds Cuenco, able to give it, but just pass too heavy for Tolentin. 83 minutes have been played, still 0-0 between these two squads. And the coaching staff of Stallion Laguna FC watching intently. Eloria. And in moments like this is when the mental toughness will definitely show. Who can keep their composure despite the tired legs and the tired minds. Cadag with some space. Eloria comes on out, really just putting her body on the line. And does well for it to become a goal kick in favor of Capital1. She's been the busier of both goalkeepers in this matchup. And she's done really well to keep her side still very much in it. Alforque to Cadag. Balacqua to Palacios, to Long rather. Long sends that one to Alforque, but too heavy. Tolentino looking for the run of Arevalo. Pressure being put on, but composure from Long to give that one to Ina Palacios. Hailey Long looking for a teammate. Time not on either team's side. Alforque now to Onrubia. Castañeda. That was a great ball, but Emma Young gets dispossessed. Tolentine keeps that in play, swings it all the way to Alforque, keeps it inside, a header, but that one sails out. So from the two sides, Kaya FC with those attacking substitutions paying off in terms of chances being created. But they haven't been clinical. So it's still 0-0. Capital One have had to level up defensively to keep their team 0-0 against the powerhouse of Kaya FC. 2 game days ago, Capital One beat the defending cup champions, Stallion Laguna FC. So they have a chance now. They're still very much in the game, though more of the chances are falling to the side of Kaya FC. Alforque, she's been feisty down that left-hand side. Onrubia gives herself some space to take a shot, but not on target. And time after time again, Capital One diffusing the chances of Kaya FC. Can they get a chance themselves? Clearance. And Coach Let barking out instructions. She knows that they are the underdogs in this matchup. So they have to be 100% focused. Tulabing. But Alforque cuts that one out. Arevalo, 2 players closing her down, not allowing her to turn. For the side of Kaya FC, they are really strong on the attack. In terms of goal difference, they have plus 34, while for Capital One, it's 23. So despite both teams going 19 each, Kaya will still be on top. Tulabing. Rebosura! And it's a goal for Capital One! And look at that! The celebrations down the side. The substitution, the tactical substitution from Coach Let, making a difference. Rebosura introduced in this match. She had that small angle down that right-hand side. And look at that from Tulabing, able to find Regina Rebosura. Second touch down that right-hand side. Beats Ina Palacios, gets the goal, and puts Capital One 1-0 against Kaya FC. Quality work. Can Kaya answer back? Eloria, her hands to it. And would you look at that? Capital One. It was their first chance in the last 5 to 10 minutes, but they were clinical with the one and only chance that they had and found the back of the net. Kaya FC, they were pouncing on the attack, but just couldn't find the back of the net. Great work from the substitute, Regine Rebasura, continues on her momentum. Again, she scored a hat-trick coming off the bench in their last matchup against UP, scoring now big time against the defending champions, Kaya FC Iloilo. And a substitution for Kaya FC. Kadag comes out, and in her place, it's going to be Camille Rodriguez. Kaya FC have a very deep bench. But will they have enough time to get a goal? Eloria. Five minutes of added time. 3 minutes left. It's going to be the longest 3 minutes for Capital One and the shortest one for Kaya FC. It's a foot race down the left. Alforque able to connect to Onrubia. Takes a shot. Safe hands from Eloria. Onrubia able to change the game for Capital One since she's been introduced. She's been having a lot of chances. But Eloria definitely on her A game. She knows what is at stake. Chance again. Headed out of danger from Balakwa. Haley Long with Rebosura. And they quickly take this one. Cisneros to the path of Tolentino down the right-hand side. 2 minutes left. Across inside the box. Cleared out, still in a dangerous area. And Long couldn't keep it in frame. Eloria is down. So is Autumn. These players have been giving their 150%. Especially when you're going up against the defending league champions in Kaya FC Iloilo. If Capital One keep this up, they will go up to first place in the league standings, putting on the pressure in the next matchup between Stallion and MFC. It's been a fairy tale run for Capital One. In the first round, they lost against Kaya FC 3-0, and they also lost against Stallion 1-0 in the first round. But in this second round, they beat Stallion Laguna 1-0. And if they keep this up, they'll be on track to beat the defending champions. Autumn is out, and in her place is Kaiza Colina. Quick work now in transition for Capital One. Colina. They give away the foul. And that was a good tactical foul for the side of Capital One to just slow things down. the totality of the 5 minutes of added time played. This could be the last one. Camille Rodriguez! It's still in play. Onrubia gets the goal. An equalizer at the death of the match by Onrubia. And that never say die mentality from Kaya FC gets the equalizer. Great work from Onrubia. All eyes on the ball and ushers that at the back of the empty net. Gets the equalizer literally at the last minute, last few seconds of this matchup. Referee can blow the whistle at any moment.
Goal for Kaya FC, number 22, Joyce Onrubia.
And look at that clinical finishing from Onrubia and Camille Rodriguez being put in the game. Right place, right time, putting on that pressure. Eloria does well for that first challenge. But the second ball falls perfectly for Onrubia. What a game, what a match. At the end of this game, it's 1-1 between Kaya FC Iloilo and Capital1 Solar Strikers.
Capital1 Solar Strikers 1.
Goal care of Regine Rebosura and Joyce Onrubia. So the substitutes making the difference in this matchup. Both teams with 19 points each. We have a three-way tie at the top of the table. Stallion, Kaya, and Capital1 all with 19 points. That's how exciting women's football has been. And this second half was just quality all around. That mental toughness from Capital1 to be able to get that goal despite not having that many chances. And for Kaya FC to push it until the very last moment to get the equalizer. A lot of chances here. Fontamillas has been crucial down that left-hand side to stop Arevalo. Set piece opportunities, but goalkeepers were both on point. It was those 1v1s and ball trickled in between the legs of Eloria, but Tolentino was there. Another save from Eloria. She really was the busier of the two goalkeepers. And look at Eloria, so quick to go off her line. Joyce Onrubia, time and time again, she had a couple of shots, but it was at the death of the match where she got that equalizer. But this was the goal from Tulabing, connecting to Rebosura. Clinical finishing from Rebosura. Finds the bottom right corner to beat Palacios. But right before the final whistle, Onrubia saves the day for Kaya FC. So they share points at the end of the match. That was Camille Rodriguez 1v1 against Eloria. Eloria does well that first time around, but the second ball falls perfectly, and fireworks for this matchup. And that's definitely another reason why you should come on out here at the MOA Sky Field of Dreams. We have quality football, a great atmosphere, and a lot of freebies. So we take a look at the stats. 1 goal apiece. There were 20 shots and 9 on target for the side of Kaya FC. 8 shots, 4 on target for Capital1. But at the end of the day, they split and they share 1 point each. My name is Natasha Alquiros Dato, and do stay tuned. We still have more action-packed football coming your way. Stallion Laguna FC will be taking on Makati Football Club at 7:45 p.m. We'll see you in just a bit.